Have you ever wondered why some people might secretly dislike you, even though they act friendly? Well, you're not alone. In today's video, we'll dig deep into why people might have hidden feelings of dislike, and I'll even share some of my own personal experiences with you. Sometimes, you can feel like something's off in a conversation or social gathering. It's like you can tell something isn't right, but you just can't put your finger on it. Maybe someone is being nice on the outside, but you can feel there's a hidden tension. This kind of thing happens more often than you think, and it doesn't matter how popular or confident you are. Everyone can experience this at some point. So, let's talk about why it happens and what might be going on behind the scenes. 1. Recognizing the feeling. Have you ever walked away from a party or a chat, and thought, that didn't feel right? You know, like you thought everything was fine, but there was this little voice inside you saying something was off. It can be tricky because sometimes people smile, say the right things, and seem super friendly, but you can still sense something's not quite right. It's like there's an invisible wall, or maybe a hint of coldness, that you can't quite explain. This is actually pretty common, and it happens to all sorts of people. It doesn't matter if you're the life of the party or a quiet observer, secret dislike can sneak into any relationship. Sometimes, it's so subtle that it goes unnoticed, but trust your gut feeling if you ever sense something is wrong. 2. Understanding the impact. When someone secretly dislikes you, it can hurt your feelings, even if they're being nice to your face. The tough part is, you might not even know why they feel this way, and it can be hard to figure out what to do. It's important to realize that this secret dislike isn't just about one person, it can affect your whole relationship with them. If you don't understand what's going on, it can make you feel confused, frustrated, or even sad. But here's the thing, understanding why this happens is the first step in dealing with it. It's not just about what others think of you, but also about protecting yourself from these hidden feelings. Knowing why people might act this way gives you power to deal with it and stop it from affecting your friendships or work life. 3. Acknowledge the reality. Now, let's be real. Most of us have faced this at some point in our lives, and we might not even realize it. Maybe you've been in a situation where someone acted friendly, but deep down, you felt something wasn't quite right. Well, you're not imagining things, this kind of thing happens a lot. People don't always show their true feelings, and sometimes, they hide their dislike. It's a common experience, and it doesn't mean there's something wrong with you. People hide their feelings for all sorts of reasons, whether it's jealousy, past bad experiences, or just misunderstandings. It's important to accept that this happens to everyone, and it's not something you should take personally. Recognizing that it's normal can help take away some of the sting and allow you to better handle the situation when it happens. Jealousy is one of the biggest reasons people secretly dislike others. When someone sees you doing well, whether it's in your job, relationships, or life in general, they might feel threatened. They might not even realize it, but that jealousy can grow into resentment. It's like they wish they could be as successful or confident as you, but instead of supporting you, they start to feel bitter. Sometimes, they don't show it outwardly, but you might notice small things like passive-aggressive comments or an attitude that feels off. It's tricky because jealousy is often hidden, and it can be hard to spot. But once you understand that this is a common reason for hidden dislike, you can deal with it better. Another reason someone might secretly dislike you is a simple misunderstanding. Sometimes, people don't get the full picture or misinterpret something you did or said. If they don't take the time to ask or understand, they might make assumptions about you that aren't true. These assumptions can grow into negative feelings, even if they never told you what they thought. This is why clear communication is so important. If someone misunderstands you, it can lead to unspoken tension and distance between you two. Understanding that misunderstandings can happen to anyone helps you approach the situation with more patience and a willingness to clear things up. Have you ever been in a group and felt pressure to fit in? Maybe you're part of a team, family, or friendship group, and sometimes there's an unspoken expectation to be like everyone else. This pressure to conform can sometimes lead to people excluding others or even secretly disliking someone who doesn't fit into the group's mold. Social dynamics like this can be tricky. People may act like they're your friend, but because they want to stay in the in-group or be part of a clique, they might leave you out or secretly dislike you. It's all about group behavior, and sometimes it's not even about you personally, but more about fitting in with the crowd. Past experiences, like being hurt or betrayed by someone, can affect how a person treats others. If someone has been through tough situations in the past, they might develop a wall or defense mechanism to protect themselves. This could mean that they start disliking others or become distant because they don't want to get hurt again. It's not your fault, but if you're around people who have been through a lot, their past can influence how they react to you, even if they don't show it. Understanding this can help you be more empathetic towards others and realize that their hidden dislike might be more about their own fears than about you. Now, let's look inward. Sometimes, we might be guilty of secretly disliking others too. Maybe someone did something we didn't like, or maybe we just didn't click with them. The important thing is to recognize that this happens to all of us. We might not always show it, but it's a human thing to have negative feelings at times. The key is to be aware of our own feelings and work on them. Self-awareness is super important because it helps us understand our own biases and triggers. If we can recognize when we feel resentment or jealousy, we can try to address it before it grows into something bigger. This doesn't mean we have to like everyone, but it does mean we should try to be more understanding and kind in how we interact with others. If you want to build stronger relationships, one of the best things you can do is practice empathy. This means trying to understand things from the other person's point of view. When you do this, you realize that people aren't always acting out of malice. They might have their own reasons, fears, or past experiences that shape how they behave. Building empathy allows us to respond with kindness and patience, even when things aren't going well. This doesn't mean you should put up with toxic behavior, but it does help you stay calm and constructive when handling tricky situations. If both people in a relationship are committed to understanding each other, the relationship becomes stronger and healthier over time. Not everyone who seems friendly is actually your friend, and sometimes people secretly dislike you without saying a word. It's important to recognize the signs of hidden dislike so that you can deal with it in a healthy way. And remember, building strong relationships takes effort and understanding from both sides. If you've ever faced secret dislike or have insights to share, feel free to comment below. I'd love to hear your thoughts. Also, if you're interested in learning more about social dynamics and improving your relationships, check out my other videos for more helpful tips. Thanks for watching, and take care.